Coachmen Freelander, little Class C mini home, just coming in on trade here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Roughly a 26-foot rig, which means there's not a whole lot of frame stretching involved, so it handles pretty well and pretty easy down the road. Just kind of feels like a big truck, really. You see that it does have the nice slide out here. That's really going to dramatically affect the total amount of living space you have up front. Under the slide out here, we do have a generator set up. By and large, tires look pretty good. Tires actually look all about brand new on here. Rubber looks almost brand new on them. You can see there's no weathering or dry rot or anything like that. One of the more unique things and one of the coolest things about this is you see this gigantic, almost like cathedral window in the bedroom. And that is very cool, especially when you step in there. That bedroom just feels light, open, airy, and huge. But they do so in a way that doesn't really add any extra space or length or weight or money to the rig. It was a genius design, really. You see the roof ladders there to let you get up and perform some kind of seasonal maintenance type things. The entire rear section of this is one giant pass-through storage. You can access it from the driver's side, from the back, or from the passenger side here where I'm standing. And you see all these little tabletop looking things. There's all sorts of different configurations you can use with those throughout the coach. That's one of those things that's hard to show you on a video, and almost one of those things that's better for you to try to play around with a little bit when you come in. This is on a Ford E450 chassis, Super Duty. And let me give you a nice kind of view of the interior here. Nice light neutral color, so you know it looks good pretty much any time. Doesn't really matter how you plan to decorate it. A genius idea here is they put the refrigerator in the slide out, and it gets a big bulky refrigerator out of the floor plan and kind of hanging over into negative space in the slide out, and that adds so much more interior space. Now you see up here they do have a nice little high-def flat screen mounted on the wall, and if you notice, the DVD player is built right into that flat screen. It's a very efficient design, so you don't have to have extra cables and wires dangling around. Here in the living room we do have a big Create-A-Breeze fan, so that will allow for even more airflow when you're parked rolling through here. Especially handy when you are cooking over here, as you can have some extra airflow moving in and out, keep your trailer fume-free, comfortable. Everything looked pretty good. It looked like this was a pretty well maintained rig. You know, used and definitely not abused. You can see where all your seating isn't like torn up and frayed up. You know, especially your driver's seat here, which would get the bulk of the use, is in good shape. At the time of this filming, just under 38,000 miles. So this did get some good driving use. And if the sticker package on the outside was any indication, it looks like these folks had visited all 48 of the contiguous United States, meaning everything short of Alaska and Hawaii. That's pretty sweet. I've seen quite a few of those maps. I've never seen one completed. That's pretty cool. Stepping back here now, we do have central air in the ceiling here to help keep this pretty comfortable. As we step from the kitchen to the bedroom, you see that there is an extra little pantry cabinet here, because every ounce of storage is super critical. And here is that awesome cathedral window I was telling you about. It's actually allowing so much light into this bedroom that it's kind of giving my camera some fits and causing the camera to darken as a compensating measure. Up here in the bedroom, we do have a corner shower kind of tucked off to the side. So it is up here out of the way. We do have a privacy curtain right here to pull shut. You will find extra wardrobe space on this side. And you see these folks even kept their owner's manuals. That's not, it's kind of a guideline, but I have found that in general, people who keep their owner's manuals tend to keep their unit pretty nicely. And another thing I wanted to point out is these are one-piece seamless doors. These cabinet doors are essentially failure-proof. There's no seams where opening and closing the door several times could cause it any trouble. It is as close to failure-proof as they get. And we do have a little bit small but adequate bathroom space here. You see you do have a pretty good sized sink, and what's nice is in a mini home usually they'll give you what I call like a dog bowl sink, but in this one you see it is pretty large size. You can actually fit your hands in there and wash them. And you do have a handy little linen cabinet above you here for things like washcloths. All in all, very nice rig. This would be just an awesome traveler's rig. You know, it's got just enough bed and bath space to be comfortable, and it's got a very nice living space that if you find a place you really like, spend a couple weeks there, park down, have a good time. And with the generator, frankly, you can call anywhere home. You know, if you're traveling and you just need to pull over for the night, fire up the generator, turn on the microwave, cook a meal, crash for the night, head back out on the road. Perfect traveling rig. Give us a call, 800-256-5196. Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Thank you, everybody. Happy camping.